Dad is wearing an interesting contraption. Josh, lucky you with all the ladies. Well done, Josh. Yeah, he's look how proud he is as well. This is a chap who's quite happy to go to the front of the queue ahead of the ladies. Do you know what, Darren? I can see one of our kitchen knives in there too.
Well,
where do you get that from?
Borrowed it. I'll put it back later.
Back in the dishwasher afterwards.
Yeah.
So,
Charlotte, is it real?
It's real, yeah.
It's real. Oh my goodness. This one's perfect. This is perfect.
I think that's because it's been perfectly decorated.
It's perfect.
Welcome to Mapperton, our family home and estate in Dorset in the southwest of England.
Julie and I took over running Mapperton a few years ago from my parents, the Earl and Countess of Sandwich.
It's a lot of work, but also a lot of fun. This place is full of fascinating stories, extraordinary people, and endless repairs.
So please join our family on this journey of a lifetime.
The larder is freezing now that it's going into winter. But here it is, everybody. Ta-da! It's the Damson Gin. So, lovely color. I mean, I think this is what it's supposed to be. There's no sugar on the bottom anymore, which means that it's taken all the sugar. So I think, so these are Christmas presents. I mean, if they taste good. I'm gonna have Claire and Stephen try a little bit. So, but I think what I'm gonna do now is kind of strain out. Oh good, perfect timing, thank you.
So what's happening in here?
Oh my gosh, alcoholic wozers. So
alcohol.
Yeah, you can't have any, but
I'm not allowed alcohol.
I know. Here you go, can you pour?
Oh God, it smells nice.
Smells nice.
That is exactly what it's supposed to smell like. In the days when I used to drink
Damson Gin.
Damson Gin, this was the smell. So it passes the smell test.
Okay, well does it pass?
Unfortunately, I can't
taste
be
it.
part of the taste
but
test.
you can
But
you
what
can help out.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to see whether Stephen and Claire want it.
Right, but I need carefully, yeah, but carefully, Luke.
Okay.
Like you got to get closer than that. It's going to splatter everywhere. Okay. And I really don't want like, okay, good aim, good aim.
Wasn't that good?
Yeah, it was really good aim. Now,
well, we've been doing.
wait, hold on. I'll tell you when it gets too full.
We've been doing a sequence on Mapperton Laboratories.
Okay, careful, careful.
My aim is in.
Okay.
Oh
Ooh.
God! Now it's really splurting out. So those are the Damsons.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Those are probably the best bits. I think what we should do.
What? Gin infused Damson?
Yeah, is take each one of these and
keep
dip
going.
it in chocolate, put it in the fridge, and sell it for a fortune.
What?
Or
give
it to our patrons. I think they'd appreciate that.
All right, I think that's it.
Look at that.
It's beautiful.
We're not throwing away those.
No, so be careful of that.
I see, because I think if this
It's
got
quite
onto
thick.
the table, it would really stain, wouldn't it? So I'm just going to pour those.
You might want to get a cloth.
Oh dear.
Go get quick
It's not
before
bad.
it stains.
That's not bad, is it? We've done pretty well. Right.
Christmas present. Cloth, cloth, cloth. And then we do need a little.
I do the clearing up. I've noticed that actually.
What?
That
What are you
it tends to
talking
be
about?
the case that when we're cooking or preparing anything,
What?
I seem to be the one
He is not.
who
I don't
ends
even.
up with the
That is
cloth.
so not true.
I get to do the bits afterwards, not the bits during. So at this point though, we're going to do a switch.
And
because I'm going to go over to Stephen and magically
Woohoo!
I'm going to grab.
Here we go. And
camera.
Stephen, I'm giving Stephen a very special glass that my mother-in-law just gave to me, which was from her great aunt, or from her aunt, the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II, June 2nd, 1953.
I don't think Stephen's. He wants to get on and drink.
Okay, I know, but I just thought I'd say this to everybody, that I collect these, as many of you know, and so this is brilliant.
Close up,
so he's going to drink
see.
out of one of my collector
There
cups.
you go. It's a
From my collector cup.
One of Julie's collector cups.
Okay.
Okay, right, we've
All
got
right,
that.
okay, Stephen. Okay,
too much.
have a smell. Well, no, here. I know,
Wait,
exactly.
Stephen, are you driving?
Small measures,
Here we
I am,
go.
yeah.
Small measure. This
He's
is a small
driving.
measure.
No,
I will have a tiny bit of
No, do you know what? That is not a small measure. That's an enormous measure. When did you last have a small measure?
Okay, there we go.
No,
that's a shot. It's not that. Some of it is damson.
He's driving.
It smells very nice.
Okay.
He's driving.
He'll have a little.
He'll just have a sip. But pour a bit out, Stephen, because.
Oh my gosh, you sound like a dad.
There we go.
Well, that's maybe because I am a dad.
Okay.
Not to Stephen.
Okay.
But just try to make sure people don't get in trouble.
I'm worried. I'm nervous. Be honest. Be honest.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, as you said with the chocolate, I think the damson's dipped in the chocolate because that is the kind of thing that goes.
We get two
dark
things
chocolate
for one, don't you?
Right.
Yeah,
okay, you can finish that up. That was like
I tell you what, he doesn't need to finish it up. What you can do is have a bit of it, and then Claire can have a taste.
Okay,
Stephen,
Claire.
why don't you come and give Claire a little bit on camera, and we can show that it is possible both to film and have a sip at the same time, and then we get two different lots. Yeah, actually, you've spoiled it. We're not giving them Damson Gin for Christmas.
We are. We've spoiled it.
Sorry.
I already told them that already.
Sorry, guys.
Earlier. They're going to get this for Christmas, but it'll be packaged nicely.
What do you think?
What do you think?
Very nice.
Really good.
I don't do gin, but very nice.
There we go.
Because the damson gets rid of that ginny taste.
Yeah.
Which I don't like either.
My gosh.
So Julie, look at that, a great success.
Very good success.
Really good
Coming
success.
soon in the Mapton.
Coming soon. So
Mapton
can
shop.
I just show though? Can I just show what we're doing? So watch this, make sure. So these are Christmas presents. Make sure I don't overfill it. A bit nervous. Okay. So I'm gonna go kind of like a quarter of the way up the neck. Like there. Make that pretty. Yeah, good.
Now
and then,
listen, Julie, we've only got roughly 8 of these bottles.
No,
So surely we must choose, and actually
9.
that's not even going to.
There's 10. There's another one down there.
So
Okay,
the question
tighten
is,
it up, tighten it
who
up.
are the 8 people who are going to get this? Or haven't we
There's
decided?
9, there's 9.
We haven't decided yet. have we?
Well, we know Claire and Stephen.
Parents, that's 2.
Okay.
So we've got 7.
Can
my
you-
parents.
Okay, can you?
My sister, her husband.
Can you make it
my
really?
brother, his
Can you
wife.
can you make
There's
this
not
tighter?
gonna be-
Can you make it
There's not going
tighter?
to be much left, is there?
No, maybe I'll just do one per couple.
Your parents would like some.
I can't ship it to America. I'll get caught in customs.
That's true. It would,
you know?
It would get impounded.
Anyway,
You'd
but
have
what I'm going to do is I'm
some
going to
vast
find a lovely label.
import duty.
So I'm going to find a lovely label and then put some ribbon around it. Not now, but because I've got to decorate these and make them pretty. So what do you think I should do? Do you think I should do?
I think that's great. So I think take that and
are you
just
doing?
pass that all back to me because it was such a reminiscent smell. I'm just going to go in.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, God.
This is lovely. Look at
Those-
how beautiful
those were the
these
days.
Christmas presents are.
Well done.
Homemade
Success.
Christmas presents. I'm super happy.
So we are walking over from the main house, and this time I've got Claire with me. And I'm not sure, Claire, that you've been on Mapton Live yet, have you?
Not yet. No,
Is
I've
this
not
your
had the
first
pleasure.
experience?
Yes.
Yeah, welcome. Claire is the estate manager at Mapton, which means you're pretty much responsible for everything. And I don't need to worry. Is that true?
Well, hopefully that's the case, but I'm not sure what is.
There's quite a lot to worry about at Mapton. And Claire's been here for
6 years. 6 years last week.
6 years last week.
Yeah.
Now, among your many responsibilities, which include things like looking after tenancies and repairs and making sure houses are habitable and all of
Heating
that.
works.
Heating works. Almost at the top of the pile of responsibilities are the Jacob sheep.
They are.
Is that true?
Yep, your father's pride and joy.
Are they my father's pride and joy? I think they're your,
well, I
pride, they're your pride and joy as well.
I wouldn't let on.
You wouldn't let So these are a flock of Jacob sheep. Now Jacob is an ancient British British flock.
Yeah, it's a native British breed. I don't know if it's a rare breed,
Yeah.
but there aren't.
It's a handsome breed though, isn't it?
Yes.
People like having them around country houses because
Yeah,
they look good.
look good. Yeah, it's certainly not a commercial flock.
And why wouldn't it be a commercial flock?
They're very slow growing.
Slow growing, right?
Yep.
So you can't not enough meat quickly.
No,
Yeah.
it's not a conventional sort of sheep breed that
People
a
make money
typical
out of.
farmer would keep.
Would choose. But for my
Yes.
dad, they're very popular.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, and they look just very nice when you're walking through the garden and you see the sheep up on the hill.
Now, interestingly, they've all stopped and they're all looking at us because they've got quite high expectations. Is that true?
Yeah, they see me walking along the top of the garden and they know that food is on the way.
Food is on the way, and that's what this yellow bucket is. Is that right?
Yeah, it certainly is.
So we are going to feed the sheep. Let's go. So Claire, how many have we got? Roughly.
We've got 20.
20.
So we've got 12 lambs in this paddock here.
So these are the lambs.
Yep, sorry. They were born in April last year.
Yeah. So they are a year and a half.
No.
April this year.
April this year.
April this year. And so is it just lambs here, or any of their?
No,
their mothers are all over there.
Mums are all over there with
Mums
the ram.
are watching carefully.
And we've got 5 females.
5 females.
And 7 ram lambs.
And 7 what? What do you call them?
7 ram lambs.
Ram lambs.
Ram lambs.
A ram lamb. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And what? And they're all together, are they?
Yes. Yep. So the males have been castrated.
The males have been castrated, so there's no danger of new lambs here. Will they take it from my hand? Or are they going to nibble me? They're not used to that, are they? So they're fighting quite hard. You'd think that there was lots of grass here, and that they wouldn't need all of the. He's very tempted.
No.
Getting close.
You probably will with some of the ewes.
The ewes might be a little bit braver.
Or maybe Josh the ram.
Or if I stay really. No. Okay.
No.
Right. I'll give up. I'll use Claire's method, which is probably. Now, why are we feeding them when they've got all this grass?
Just a bit of extra nutrition.
Any particular type of nutrition?
We just want the ram lambs to put on weight.
We want the ram lambs to put on weight. And why do we want the ram lambs to put on weight?
Because they're ultimately destined for the food chain.
They are destined for the food chain. So I'm afraid, much as we come to know and appreciate these furry creatures, ultimately it's the deep freeze.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that true for all of them?
No, just for the ram lambs.
So why are we feeding the females as well?
Just a bit of extra supplementary feed.
Just to be fair. Shall I save a bit of this for?
Yeah, we can save
them.
a bit and take over to them.
Okay, and there's a rather splendid looking ram over there.
Yep,
Is
he
that right?
arrived last Friday.
Okay, let's go and visit him.
Okay.
Great. Right, Claire, we're going over to the mums, but it looks as though there aren't just mums here.
No.
I spot a dad.
Yeah, he's the father to the 12 that we've just fed.
So he is dad to all of those.
He is.
Is he? Do you think he recognises his offspring?
No.
No.
He's never seen them before.
He's never seen them before. Now, Dad is wearing an interesting contraption.
Yes.
Isn't he?
Yep. So this is Josh.
Hi, Josh.
He's quite an old boy.
Josh, lucky you with all the ladies. So tell us about Josh.
So Josh comes, actually, he's lent to us from one of our tenants. He did the job last year, and as you can see from the green bottoms that we've got, he's doing his work this year as well.
So I think, for those people who may not have picked up on that reference, we need to describe a little bit more what's going on here.
Yeah.
If you notice, Josh has on his front a harness.
Yeah, he's got a harness on the front.
With
So
it,
that's called a raddle.
It's called a raddle.
Yep.
And the raddle has what looks like a sort of large ink,
Yes. So that's
foamy ink thing.
Yep, that's a marker.
It's a marker, right?
So
raddle and marker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when the ewes come into heat,
Yeah.
he detects that.
Yeah.
And does his business. And the green marker shows that it's worked.
So so if we see a ewe who's got green markings all over her back,
Yes.
it means that Josh has made his presence known.
Yeah, indeed. He's covered her.
He's covered her.
Yeah.
Is that the technical term?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yep. So he's covered her.
Right. Well
And
done,
then-
Josh. Yeah. Look how proud he is as well. This is a chap who's quite happy to go to the front of the queue ahead of the ladies. And Josh, of course, manages to get quite a lot of the green stuff on himself as well in the process. Yeah. He's got rather splendid horns, though, hasn't he?
He has.
Right. Well, shall we give him a bit of food?
Yep. Yeah. He'd appreciate. Look,
He would appreciate some, wouldn't he? He's probably just going to take it from the.
Yeah,
Well,
but-
there's a problem with that, Josh.
Yeah,
you
Mikey
go.
doesn't get the handle hooked on his horns.
Yeah.
That has
there
happened.
You go. Right. Come on, ladies. Quick, before Josh, the greedy chap, eats it all. Come on, everyone. There's not much because I've given it all to your children. Unfortunately, I forgot that there were some hungry parents who needed feeding as well. So I gave all of it pretty much to the lambs, but there is a little bit left. Josh, you've had enough, by the way. Come on, out you go. Look at that. And there we go. I mean, it's not a lot, and they have got a lot of grass,
Yeah,
but
they've
they
got a lot
obviously
of grass up
much
there.
prefer this. Why do they prefer the feed to the grass? Just tastier.
Just tasty.
Yeah. Why do we
Oh,
prefer
it's like you probably preferring cake
Ice cream
to
to-
salad.
cake to salad? There you
Yeah.
go, cake to salad. That seems like a good analogy.
We'll change Josh's colour in 3 weeks or so.
Right.
The ewes have a estrus cycle of 17 days.
Yes.
And so if he doesn't, we'll see if we change the colour, whether any of these have green and red bottoms.
Right.
And then we know that they're not going to lamb quite as early as I thought.
Now, does he know when he has impregnated a ewe not to go back to that ewe?
No.
So you'll have multicolours.
Yes.
Going
Because
on.
if she hasn't been impregnated this time around, she'll come
Right.
back on heat again
I
in
see.
17 days.
I see. And then
And then he'll sniff her out and
he'll
it
work
again.
out. He'll work out what to do.
yeah,
Yeah. Birds and the bees.
absolutely.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Claire.
For early access to these videos, behind-the-scenes content, and other benefits, please become a patron at patreon.com/MappertonLive.
We are at the old Rectory stables. Believe it or not, this house here used to be the stables for the house below us, which is called the old Rectory. And in fact, Darren, I remember coming here with horses
Right, okay.
and riding out.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and it was all converted a long time ago.
Yeah.
My cousin had a particular horse in here that was quite badly behaved. Anyway, my parents subsequently converted it into a cottage, and that cottage is the one we're standing in front of at the moment, and it has a problem,
Yes.
which is that water has been getting through the stone, causing damp
yeah, on the
inside,
inside.
and so the solution to that is
Basically, what we've had to do is rake out all the old pointing, which is fell.
pointing is all of this,
Yeah.
which is new pointing.
New pointing,
But
yeah.
old pointing we can see over here. It's
That's-
basically it's the mortar between the stones.
Yes, basically,
Mortar
yeah.
or cement? What would
No,
you call it?
well, obviously, what was in there was cement, you
Was
know what I mean?
cement.
But obviously, it should be a lime-type mortar,
Right.
sympathetic for the building, because that's what it would have been built
Originally.
with. Originally.
So we're taking out cement, which shouldn't have been there,
No.
and we're replacing it with mortar.
Mortar, lime
but the
mortar.
act of doing, whether it's cement or mortar, is still pointing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's still pointing.
It's still
yeah,
pointing.
It is still pointing, but obviously, cement was a newfangled thing in the 50s, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? And obviously, that was the thing to use. But
Yeah.
obviously, over time,
Doesn't look so good.
it doesn't look so good, and it creates problems.
And it creates, so the problems are,
The movement in buildings, when cement moves, it cracks. Where lime moves, it's flexible.
so the lime, this is so interesting actually. I mean,
It's like saying,
I didn't know this at all. So when the stone moves slightly because
Yeah.
the building shifts,
Yeah.
the lime is actually slightly soft.
Softer, yeah.
So it shifts with it.
It shifts
Whereas
with
the
it.
cement cracks and then lets water in
that's
because
right.
there's a crack.
And cement gets harder and harder over its age.
Right.
So from day one, it goes
Yeah.
off hard, but then in 10 years'
Yeah.
time, it's harder and harder, so
Yeah.
it goes more brittle type.
So we've got a mortar mix in here.
Yeah.
Is that right? Do you know what, Darren? I can see one of our kitchen knives in there too.
Well,
where
it's-
do you get that from?
Borrowed it. I'll
You're
put it back
Put
later.
it back in the dishwasher afterwards.
Yeah.
So tell me what's in the mortar.
So
in that
basically,
case.
what we're working with here is we're working with the local building sand, close enough to match the existing,
Yeah.
because obviously all around the
Yeah.
estate there's different sands in different applications
Yeah.
on the main house.
Yeah.
So this one is the closest we can match to here.
Yeah.
So it is a local building sand, which
Okay.
is from Bridport.
Okay.
And obviously we're using 3.5 NHL lime, because you can
So
get...
the stronger the lime, the harder the mortar.
Yes. Where you've got something that you think it's going to move
Yeah.
over the period of time, you go middle of the road,
Middle of the road.
because then obviously if it does
It can
move,
shift. Yeah.
To some...
And all these buildings shift because they're
That's
blown
it.
about. They
Yeah.
haven't got proper foundations. Little bits of subsidence.
That's right, yes.
So looking over here, Darren,
Yeah.
I can see we've got this section which looks finished and
Yeah.
dried, and then we've got this over here which you've already put in,
Yeah.
but you haven't finished it.
No, basically...
So what have you got to do to that?
So we've put that in earlier part this morning.
Yeah.
And obviously we're just literally waiting for it to dry back.
Yeah.
And it's not quite there yet. and we'll brush it back to give you this finish. You use the brush like a hammer,
Right.
and you keep forcing the mortar
Right, okay.
back into the hole. You see, because if you brush it, you're lifting it, but you're
Right.
pushing it,
Got
constantly pushing it in.
Got it. So this could not be more traditional crafts work than.
No,
I
no,
mean, this is how it was done.
This was how it would have been done when it was new.
Same materials, same process.
Yeah.
We've just wound the clock back 200 years.
Yes, and put it.
And getting it right.
That's right. Yeah.
So Darren, can you teach me how to do a little bit of pointing?
I can teach you. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
see.
Okay. Because I think I need to know, just in case you're not here one particular day and we're desperate for a little bit. Right. Do you call this a mortar?
That's a bucket trowel. This is.
Bucket trowel.
This is a bucket trowel.
Okay.
And this is a bread
kitchen
knife. Kitchen knife. And I only use this because it's a lot easier to.
I can see for spreading.
It's for spreading,
Yeah.
and you've got a bit more control of actually pushing it into where
you're being very gentle when you're spreading butter on your bread. It's the same sort of principle.
I mean, you
isn't it?
can use trowel, small trowels, but
why
I use
do that when you've got a lovely bone-handled knife that you could use and Sheffield steel?
It is what you say, and they are perfect for the job.
Right. So show me what I'm doing.
Right. So basically, you're just pushing it in and pushing it back as hard as you can
to create some pressure.
to create some pressure. Just hooking it up, and you're using the trowel just to keep the muck off the stone underneath.
I see.
So basically, all you're doing is filling the joint.
And you've got that nice spring in the Sheffield steel.
Yeah, you can push it in. You can feel that it's going where it's to.
So what about, there's a bit here.
Yeah.
Does that look suitable for me?
Yeah, I would like to say I would try that one there. Do that one,
there?
yeah.
He's giving me the easy one. I can tell. Right. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece like that.
Yeah, cut a piece.
And then I'm really going to
Push it
slice
right back
it all
in.
the way in. The only issue I've got with this is that there's not a lot of. Yeah.
And then you put a bit more on top.
And a bit more to sort of.
That's right. You keep bringing it further out, and that's the edge that you want to finish then.
Because then, right, and then I got
just a little bit
a little
more.
bit more.
Because what happens is we brush off some of the excess, so we want more there than what you. And that's it.
And that's it. Right. So I've done a little tiny piece of buttering of the bread.
Yeah.
And Darren will probably have to undo that and redo it. But anyway,
No, that'd be fine. Like you said, we just put a bit on. Like you say.
Great. And then this dries.
Yep.
Then you brush it back.
Then we brush it back.
And that's it.
And that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We sometimes cover it if we have bad weather pending, which we cover with Hessian. But where we're two working here, the weather's not going to be too much of a torment, sort of thing. So.
Darren, thank you very much.
That's okay.
And I shall give you that back.
Yep.
I shall give you that very fine knife back as well. and thank you for teaching me how to do it.
No, that's okay.
And we were talking about rain, but here it seems to be coming.
Hi, everybody. I am here to check out the Christmas tree that's just been erected. And I tried to find, because it's obviously we're getting ready for our Christmas fair, I tried to find the most sort of Christmas jumper I had. A lot of them are back up in London, but so I found this one. I mean, it's red, but this was, if you recognize this was worn by Princess Diana, the black sheep, and she wore this and got a lot of attention. And this is the same, actually, woolen company who stitched hers together. It's just because I was on that CNN documentary that they kindly sent this to me. Thank you, CNN. Okay, Charlotte. Enough about my jumper. Yeah. Charlotte, is it real?
It is real, yeah.
It's real. Oh my goodness.
Just under 12 foot. It was 12 foot when it arrived, but then we had to chop off quite a lot to get it in.
This is a brilliant tree. Luke, why can't we get one like this? Ours always seem to be wonky in the house. This one's perfect. This is perfect.
I think that's because it's been perfectly decorated.
It's perfect.
And also it's a different kind of tree. I don't think that is a Norwegian spruce. I think it's a Douglas fir.
I think it's a Norman fir.
It's a Norman fir, and they are apparently easier to manage, but my mother would say that they aren't the original Christmas tree.
Oh.
Because they're non-drop.
Because they're
not, but I like non-drop. They're easier. Sorry, I'm just like coming in and crashing your Christmas tree party, but
okay.
I thought, so this looks brilliant.
And it's only straight because Andy and Steve attacked the base with a chainsaw. They took about maybe like that much off.
Oh my goodness. So that's how it was straight. So you got it up first and then it wasn't straight. Is that what it was?
No, it didn't fit in the base. It was too big.
It didn't fit in the base. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I've just taken all of your ornaments. I'm probably putting them in the wrong place. Okay, but what about the star?
It's missing a star because I can't reach.
How can we get that up, Luke?
Well,
we need a stick. We
you're,
also need a star.
you're the yogini. Surely,
I'm happy
surely
to do that.
you could jump up onto the beam above.
Okay, yoga people don't jump.
And then
That would be acro
lean
yoga.
over.
Exactly. That would be acro yoga.
Charlotte, of course, is also a yoga teacher.
That's right, she is. And Charlotte, by the way, helps me. I'm sure a lot of you watching this recognize Charlotte because she helps me with all my whole self yoga, everything.
This weekend we've got the Christmas market. It's the first one at Mafton, so it's quite exciting. We've got 23 stalls with lots of different local things.
Amazing.
They're all within 30 miles.
You found all of those, didn't you? You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Charlotte, tell us about some of the stalls.
So we have got Filberts, who are the local bees. So they're bringing honey and candles. We've got Cozy Nook Candles, who Julie knows.
They do the Mapperton candles. They're amazing. They're soy.
Who else have we got? We've got the Tweed Boutique. We've got one of our lovely wedding florists doing wreaths. We've got a really nice mixture.
Yeah, 23. There's fudge, isn't there? There's
fudge. There's wine. We've got cider cake.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I think Emma's come up with a special Christmas menu of food and drinks. So
okay,
that's exciting.
Right. So we're going to film all this for you. You're probably going to see this a little bit later, but it's brilliant. This is all Charlotte, by the way. We have to give huge thanks to Charlotte because we've never done a Christmas fair before. We've always talked about it, and obviously COVID happened, but you've been just unbelievably instrumental in setting it all up. And 670 tickets sold. And I do know one of my friends is coming on the day, and I said she could have a ticket.
She had to sneak
What?
in.
Yeah.
She's going to have to climb the gate or something.
Right. Brilliant. Okay, I will source the star and figure out how we get it up there. I'll talk to Raymond.
And then keep your fingers crossed that the high winds on Saturday mean the marquee can go up.
Oh, are there gale force winds on Saturday?
Yeah. Adding an extra level of fun.
Fun.
Oh dear.
It's always fun here. All right, well, I'll leave this here for now because you'll have to use it when you take them off, but I guess we'll keep it up for a while.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's up for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Brilliant. Thanks, Charlotte. I can't wait.